Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail with a post-commentary style Scrolls Let's Play where I am taking on Heimerdinger in a ranked matchup. And this was from a streak of games that I had that was facing a lot of growth, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that it seems like order suddenly disappeared from me in what I've been playing. I'm facing a lot of growth lately. I'm not sure if that's the case for you all, but I did want to share this game with you all because it has a little bit of everything. So like I said, this is a post-commentary. I do know it's going to happen. Yeah, because I did play it. But there we go. We're going to start off with just my opening hand, and I have pretty good cards to start with. The Ragged Wolf's nice, though not always useful if I'm playing against Order. It could be Spike It Away. Chemfolk Brave, love to see that in your opening hand. Ghetto God hand right away with Rallying and Crimson Bull's pretty good. Quake is going to be good to hold on to if it's Growth or Energy, but I have not seen Energy in forever in Ranked. I think I've played it once in my last 20 Ranked matches, so I really hope they do something with Energy sooner rather than later. As hey Heimerdinger, he does recognize me by name, and I'm happy to just say hey to people in-game, or if you want to challenge me later on once they add that feature to happen a little bit easier, that's great. But I'm not going to pay too much attention to the extracurricular stuff down in the bottom for the most part of this game, but I do sack for resources. I get rid of the Rallying early just because these other cards are going to be more useful. The Rallying with no creatures on the board, not worth holding on that turn one. I have 2 God Hands and 2 other Rallies in my deck. So he's Growth as well, and he plays an Eagle Eye right away, which is an interesting card to play turn 1, but I mean, it gets you another creature. And I did experiment with playing Eagle Eye a little bit in my deck, but I found it was slowing me down more than helping me with so many creatures. But that God Hand's going to be sacrificed pretty well, just mainly because it's 8 Growth, and it's just sitting in my deck for so long. Or sitting in my hand for so long is not going to be worthwhile, but I get out the Brave. If I do get another God Hand, it's going to be wise for me to hold on to it. Unless it's my next draw, then I'll be a little sad. But here we go. He's playing Growth, so I am going to hold on to my Quake, as he plays Chemfolk Brave as well, but he plays it down on the bottom, so it's nice that I got the initiative to at least handle the middle. Now, I could possibly sack here and Ragged Wolf, Crimson Bull, and take out that Brave, but I'd like to play the Sister too, so kind of one of my first early decisions of the game. I like to play the Sister, see what card I can sacrifice, and there's a Chemfolk Veteran, so that Crimson Bull's going to go more than likely. There we go. And I'm not going to play the Ragged Wolf to throw him to his death, but at least it's there. So that Brave still standing there with its little pointy sword, as Heimerdinger has some happy glossy cards. And just moving right along, early game, we have kind of a mirror matchup here. In terms of units, I have a Chemfolk Veteran that I'd love to use to kill that Brave. But for now, I get rid of the Ancestral Totem. Not a lot to play here. Except, let's see. I could try and move down some units to make a play for this guy. Instead, I like to play the Ragged Wolf. And that does seem like a little bit of a curious play, looking back, just because that Ragged Wolf is directly in the line of fire of this Brave, and he's going to die next turn. So why'd I do that to the Sister of the Fox? Yes, Sister of the Fox. Sometimes I do misspeak, for those of you all who point out that I said Sister of the Wolf, which is actually a card that's been showcased by Mojang as a 4/2/4 creature with no special abilities. But I did that because I wanted to deny the 4 Growth Fertile Soil, assuming he had it in his hand, because he's not going to want to Fertile Soil his Brave, but a Sister right there on turn 3 usually tells me there's a Fertile Soil. Of course, I did the exact same thing. So I didn't have a Fertile Soil, but he plays the Ancestral Totem, which is a tough card to face in a Growth versus Growth matchup, because getting that 1 extra damage can make a world of difference here. So I get another Sister. Good to get more creatures out when I can, but I'm not going to put this Sister really in danger. Although I could try and move this Brave down and lock his Sister down with him, but instead I elect to play the Veteran. And of course, that's because I'm at 5 and not really apparently thinking about where I am in this post-commentary. But yeah, the Veteran, I was holding on to it to take out the Brave. He didn't do anything to protect the Brave, so it got Veteraned. I will take that trade. Now that Ancestral Totem's sitting there, but I should be able to deal with it pretty well. I mean, with my units. Looking back, it probably would have been smarter for me to just move my units down a little bit, just so I could put pressure on these bottom idols and bottom units, instead of just going for the idol. But see, that's why the Ancestral Totem can be pretty tough to deal with. is because mine's 3/4, but his is 4/4 and can kill me, all because of that 2 health unit that's there. And that's the kind of thing that I could quake away, but you've seen me before win really hard by getting multiple ancestral totems out. If you can do it, it's fantastic. But let's see here. I get a fertile soil, which is nice, and I could sacrifice for resources and play a Sister of the Fox follow-up. So I do get some cards, and I could sacrifice any number of these. Maybe the Mangy Wolf would be the best one, just so that way I have the Brave, and then I can try and ramp with the Veteran Sister next turn. But I go ahead and play the Sister just for card draw, because if he has one Veteran out, I don't really want to have this Brave exposed to where he can take it out next turn. So I will stop here. Like I said, I'm going to mostly not focus on this extracurricular. But Heimerdinger does ask what's going on with the Scrolls Invitational Tournament. I'll tell you first off that I'm not the only person involved in casting with that. There are a lot of people, and Ice Cream is the one that's running it, managing it. There are plenty of replays floating out there, games that are being played. It's still going on. Summoner Breaking just delayed it. But back to your regularly scheduled game. Things are coming, though. And unfortunately for me, I think Heimerdinger is about to bring me some pain here. He gets out a Great Wolf. Suddenly, his creatures look far scarier than even what I have in my hand. I don't have a lot that I can play to deal with. I could possibly Kinfolk Veteran Crimson Bull and take out this Veteran, but it's 2 cards to take out his 1 unit. I do get rid of the Crimson Bull and decide to hold on to my Veteran instead. 2 Brothers of the Wolf, Kinfolk Brave, Veteran of the Wild. I can put down a lot of things on my board, and I'm going to go ahead and take out his Center Idol as well. So if I can get something to speed up my deck, whether it's Rallying, whether it's God Hand, I could play a bunch of creatures towards the top and possibly win the game in a hurry. So I could try and race to the top here, but he does have multiple cards. He does Binding Root, or actually Binding Root is a card that I have not seen in a while. Usually when I see people play a card like this, it's Dryatic Power, but notice the nice fancy crafting glow. Ooh, he has it for most of his cards, because he has a lot more money than me in this game. But yeah, so my poor Veteran my poor Brave is just sitting there rooted now, attacking this 1 idol. Usually I see Dryatic Power, but that's kind of a double-edged sword. You can use it to buff or you can use it to root. But right now he's going to Eagle Eye, try and get more creatures out. Right now I'm feeling pretty nice, though, at least in terms of the cards that I have in my hand, but he's doing a good job protecting his line of units with the Veteran. And I could take out his Veteran by playing here, but he'd just get waxed by all these units. However, I am really thinking hard about this totem, because I really want to take it out, and I could hit it with the Veteran and drop their damage a little bit. It'd be a little bit of a risky play, because I would like to put creatures up here and put pressure on these top idols. But him leaving that idol exposed is just too damn tempting. As let's see here, I could play the Vetter, or I could sack it for resources. And I go ahead and sack it just to play. Since I have 2 Kinfolk Veterans, my logic here is, you know what, I can at least drop 1 and possibly take this out. Maybe I should have dropped 1 just to put units over here, but what am I going to do? Am I going to play this smart? I move my units up to at least get out of the way of this scary line of units that'll be attacking. And since I don't have a rally, probably what would be best to do is just to get rid of that Ancestral Totem, at least debuff him a little bit. I do some idle damage. It is a race against the clock now. It's turn 8, turn 9. I'm feeling pretty good about where I am in this game, as he could try and commit to the bottom to take out my Veteran, or he could try and move up towards the top to damage me a little more. But of course he has 4 cards and 5 resources, so just got to see what happens. He gets out another Veteran, and that is a curious play to me, because he's using a Veteran to take out my Sister of the Wolf. You'd love to have that used to higher priority targets, but I guess the position where he's at in the game, even a Sister is dangerous if I have a God Hand in my hand, because I could possibly play it next turn if it was in my hand from his perspective. So at least he's cleared 2 of my creatures, 1 that wasn't going to do too much damage, but at least it won't attack every turn. As now I have some attacks here. I could take out this Veteran. I decided to get rid of the Ragged Wolf, and I do have a few cards in my hand. You're going to hear my dog whining in the background a little bit, because there's a kitten on the back porch that she really, really, really wants to play with, but I'm not letting that happen. So some choices here. I have some Brothers of the Wolf. I have a Kinfolk Veteran. I really should try and probably kill some higher priority units here. I could summon a wolf, But right now, this line of units is coming fast, and it has a lot of health, especially for growth. And he has relentless units, unlike me. So, lots of tough choices just to think about, and we do have a little bit of conversation, which I don't really think distracted me that much from the game. I don't mind talking during games. I was playing this during a time where I couldn't commentate live, so sometimes that is bothersome. But let's see here. Kinfolk, am I going to play the Kinfolk Veteran as well? I'm running out of time here. You can see how the conversation kind of pressured me to think as I was really thinking about what was going on. But I'm going to take out this one guy who's going to attack. It is possible that his Brave is going to wax me. And I got to remember here that time counter is for the replay. This isn't in real time, so I'm pretty sure I did take a long time on that turn, though. But now I have more units on the board. I still have a sister, but that's a good placed mangy wolf. And he actually does drop that up there, and suddenly my brother and Brave are not happy campers. So probably my two best units, once this haste is expired, just have been killed by just sitting there. I wanted to take out one veteran. I should have seen the mangy coming. I didn't really think about it. And this is where I get to a tough choice. He has a lot of units. I have some units. The Jarl's probably not going to do me a bunch of good right now, although I would have loved to have had the Relentless unit. I do have a Quake, which would do him some harm and do me some harm. I may win that exchange, though. But right now, I also have brothers that I can try and play as well. So I got choices, at least. But I like to go for cards. Ranger's Bane's going to be useful. So what am I going to play the Bane on? There's the Brave, which is a high priority target. There's my poor sister that I'd love to Fertile Soil, but I like to Quake. And that may be a, I don't know if you call it a smart Quake, a dumb Quake, a risky Quake. Because right now I have two health units. I have 4 cards. He has 4 cards. He has a Great Wolf at 3 health that I can poison. And he has a mangy wolf just sitting there. So I move my veteran down just because I don't want him to drop another mangy wolf or something or attack. But now I've sort of juked him up to the top, at least in my mind, and I'm going to attack the bottom idols now or try and focus on that. And I've thought about putting new orders in my deck as a splash just because I like having that added mobility, but there we go. Kinfolk Veteran, so right away he has probably a better follow-up than I do if he can drop a hasted unit and immediately take out one of my units. So that Quake's was very risky. It's not looking too good right now, but let's see here. Ranger's Bane. I could poison and eventually take out this Great Wolf. I could poison and take out that mangy wolf next turn. I can also play a Brother of the Wolf, which is going to be important. I get my first Pother, which I have not done anything with yet. So let's see here. Decide to poison the wolf. That's kind of the obvious play. The Great Wolf is one of the biggest threats. And where am I going to play my Wolf Brother? Because I don't want him to get exposed to this. I go ahead and try and Pother just to get some card draw. And unfortunately, I draw another Pother because there's other cards that I want right now. But Wolf Bro's going to have to do. So at least I can tuck my veteran behind here and not worry about it too much. So now Heimerdinger, what has he got? He's got 6 cards to my 2 and plenty of resources. So this could be a game of I quaked and he's going to just come over the top of me. As there's a Stag Heart to buff his wolf, so his wolf is now not going to die from poison. There's a Championship Ring as well, and right there, so just a bunch of plays all at once. He gets the Ranger's Bane down, and he goes ahead and takes out one idol, so now we're an idol even. And it would be very fair to say that he is in much better shape than me right now. Now I do have a Pother, and I could move this unit around just to try and take it out. I could Pother to attack the Great Wolf. That's not going to die. And for some reason, okay, that's interesting. I decided to Pother the Great Wolf, which gives me a 50-50 chance of moving him up and down. If I'd Pother the Veteran instead, he would have had a 66 or 67% chance of moving down here and out of the way. So I played the odds poorly there. That's my mistake, my misplay. I say no, LOL, but that's totally my fault. Okay, but I do get a Great Wolf, which is a good card to get. I do get an Ancestral Totem, which I may need to play if I want to take out this veteran. Okay, there's a Ragged Wolf, so now I don't have to worry about that. So I can play a Ragged Wolf and a Great Wolf and be okay. Don't necessarily need the Ancestral Totem here, although it could be good. So there's my Great Wolf. Roar! Gonna try and do a better job of taking care of my Great Wolves than I have some of my previous games where I've kind of just thrown them away or been a little bit too aggressive with them. But right now, his one Great Wolf with 7 attack has 2 health, and because I mispothered there, I couldn't take it out. So he has, let's see here, 2 Mangy Wolves. Oh, shit. Okay, so he binds my Great Wolf, so looks like I'm attacking down here with him now, and he takes out a second idol. And if I can't do something to take out these units here, if he has a rally in his hand, if he has a god hand or something, I'm dead next turn. Just because this guy has so much attack and I did nothing to take care of him. But what do I got right now? I got a Great Wolf, a Mangy Wolf, and an Ancestral Totem. That's not going to do me a lot. But I do draw a Quake, and I look at the sort of the situation here and say, you know what? This is an 8-2 creature. It's going to be 8-1. He's put a lot of enchants on it. I can't move with my Great Wolf. I decide to Quake because I don't feel like I have that much more of a choice. And here's my brother the Wolf. I can take out another one of his Mangy Wolves just by summoning a wolf if I elect to do so. And we're waiting, because I do have a Mangy Wolf and a Great Wolf to follow up with. So I could take him back down to just having one creature, get good board control, take these Mangy Wolves out while I can, as you see me talking just a little bit about how crappy I'm playing. And no, that's why. Okay, so that was a pretty crappy play. Ragged Wolf is not going to really do me anything down here. Oh boy, 1 idle damage or something. If I had played him up top, I could have taken out one of the Mangy Wolves. So that is a... I don't like that play at all. Okay, I'm moving creatures around. Just maybe I was thinking I could move the Great Wolf. I forgot he was bound with roots. So as a result, I do 1 plinky idle damage when I could have taken out another creature for free with my brother the Wolf, and I didn't. So that was pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. As now he draws for an Eagle Eye to try and get another creature. And what's it going to be? He's moving his creatures back, so he wants to protect his Mangy Wolves. So my attack of opportunity there has failed, and now he has a 5/5 Great Wolf, which could have been a 4/5, and maybe help me survive just a little bit longer. But what do we got here? I fertile soil because I don't feel like I have another choice. And I got a few cards here. I got a Mangy Wolf, I got a Mangy Wolf, I got a Vetter, I got some rallies. But I got to protect this idol, and if he can do anything to speed up next turn, he can't God Hand me, but if he has a Rally Crimson Bull, he's going to kill me. So I put the Mangy Wolf up there just to be a chump blocker. Not much choice. Actually, if he has a Mangy Wolf, I'm fucked as well. Move my Wolf brother up there. There's advertising for his place to buy cards, heimerdinger.us. Yay! Okay. Product placement. So just a little bit of damage there. Don't really like playing the Mangy Wolf there, but at this rate, I don't really have a choice because I have 1 idol to defend. Ugh. Fortunately, he only has 6 resources. Unfortunately, he draws a Ragged Wolf and a Vetter of the Wild, which means if I hadn't played that Mangy Wolf up there, let's see here, I'm in trouble. There's the rally. Okay, I do remember this part. Ugh. If I hadn't played that Mangy Wolf there, I would have died. And that's what I'm talking about with him being able to speed up. So not only that, but to add healing to insult, these Mangy Wolves, one of them that I could have killed as well, clicking on them changes the sparkle. Yay, I'm easily distracted. They heal when they attack, so I could have killed one, but now they're both up to 2 health. So shame on me for not doing that. I do have a Great Wolf that I can play. I could possibly play a Great Wolf, Mangy Wolf. What's it going to be? What is it going to be? I like to get rid of the Vetter because I don't really need the resources. I need some cards here. So I have a Burial Ground. I play a Mangy up here just to get this guy to attack. because I do want to clear this board, clear these resources, because I see one important thing is it's interesting that I put the Druid Burial Ground there, but part of the reason I think was because I wanted to be able to heal everybody in this lane. But I noticed here that he went through all of his hands. He has nothing left. If he draws something that can kill me, it's just going to have to be luck of the draw where he speeds me or something. But right now, it's more likely with the cards that he's played that he's not going to be able to do anything to accelerate these cards next turn, or at least I hope that's the case, that he doesn't get anything. I don't think he can even kill me with the God Hand right now. Maybe, actually, yes, he would be able to kill me with the God Hand right now. What am I saying? Let's hear. There's a Ragged Wolf. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Oh, God, another rally. So buff his creatures and 2 damage and oh, shit. Those mangy wolves that I let live, they are now back to full health. And I am down to 1 idle health and I draw a God Hand. Durr, God Hand's going to do me so much good right now. Okay. What are we going to do here? This is like shit city at this point. There's a lot of things I really need right now. But at this point, what do I say? I poop my pants. I think I'm going to poop my pants, those cards. That was from the Rally Ragged Wolf. Because, yeah, if there's a game where you need to play it with a diaper, I guess it's Scrolls. Because there's his other Rally. If he can do anything to get these cards to move, a Mangy Wolf something, I'm dead next turn. But I'm completely against the ropes. The only play I have is playing my Great Wolf. That's it. I have no other creatures to defend with. If he can just kill it and get by, if he gets a Rally, if he gets a Mangy Wolf, I'm dead. He sacrifices for Scrolls. And I live. I have 1 idle left. I've let him. He's attacking everything next turn. If I do not do something to stop this next turn, I'm dead. Dead, dead, dead. And I get a Vetter of the Wild. Oh, God. That is going to do me no good. I do not need mana right now. I need some kind of defense. So if I rally right now, that's not even going to kill the Great Wolf. If I play the Vetter of the Wild and rally, that will help me do this. So I have some options here, as I had to pause, of course, during a key part of the match and take care of my dog, who's still going crazy and hopefully not whining in the background too much. If I play a Vetter of the Wild and rally and Crimson Bull, what would I take out? I'd do 6 damage. I could take out a few of these units and live to fight another day. I would mostly clear his board. So that wouldn't be a terrible option. I elect to get rid of the God Hand, though. And, wow, that is a draw that I really, really, really needed. Now, I have another Great Wolf. I can't Great Wolf and rally this turn, although that'd be hilarious if I could. However, this transposition has been sitting in my deck, and I've been debating taking it out because it lets you swap units. But notice this wolf is rooted. And what are we going to do? It's going to be pretty simple, straightforward. I can't swap these guys just to attack because I'll still die. But if I play the Vetter up there, I have 1 order already. Swap. Just like that. I have suddenly 2 units that can attack. Rally as well. So that's 8 damage right there. And then I have a Crimson Bull as well. So look at this. The Vetter that got swapped is going to kill the Great Wolf. 12 damage will be enough to take out this whole row. So I go from having 1 idle left to clearing his entire frickin' board just by top decking a... it took me 4 cards to do that whole move, although I got 1 back from the transposition. But I just pooped my pants. Yeah, right. That was... He got a bunch of cards that just were beautiful. But I was able to, fortunately, make up for that mistake of letting those Mangy Wolves live. So now I am at a advantage, you could say. Of course, he still has plenty of cards available. I do have 2 Great Wolves and a 3rd Great Wolf that I can play. And, yeah, just... ugh. And he Dridic powers his Great Wolf after moving it down there. I'm not quite sure what that play was for. I don't know why the Dridic Power Great Wolf, what it does for him down there, but I don't know. If I were to get hit by a move like that when I'm 1 idle damage away, I might do something weird too. Let's hear. I get a pother. I could pother this Great Wolf, but that would be kind of annoying because I prefer him to be on this bottom idle right now, which maybe he could try and take it out. I pother my Vetter. I don't know if he has enough cards to buff him to actually attack, but let's see here. I do have a Great Wolf, and I do have a Kinfolk Brave. So what's the moves going to be here? I go ahead and sacrifice. I get 2 sisters. So he was expecting me to pother the Great Wolf for some reason. He says not good. So here we go. Play a sister, get a burial ground. Play a burial... Why? Okay, so I'm playing the burial ground up there, which is really interesting to me. I guess because his Great Wolf, he is tunneling for this idol right here. Just a little different. I do have a second burial ground that I could play on the bottom. I like to play the other Great Wolf, though. So I don't know if he has the cards to kill me this turn. However, if he does have a... If he does have a veteran and a just something to go with it to buff it, I could be in trouble in that idol, but I am trying to protect this 6 health one too. So a little curious to me that I let this Stridic Power guy just go, but I do have another burial ground as he's now trying to focus down there, as I have this top idol pretty well locked down at this rate, as he can really attack me hard. I've got to do something to take care of this. I could play the burial ground on the bottom, play the sister first to see what I get. There's a fertile soil. Is that going to get me the cards that I need? And there we go, Mangy Wolf. Mangy Wolf's going to do me some good, but it's not going to take out everything that I need it. Honestly, I'm looking back at this and saying, please play the burial ground on the bottom lane, but knowing me, that's probably not what I do, just because the burial ground would prevent some damage from happening here. But with the Mangy Wolf, if he doesn't defend this other lane, I can take it out next turn. So really, I do just have to survive just a little bit longer. And there we go. I sacrifice the freaking Druid Burial Ground. So I'm really apparently confident in my ability to stay alive. I go ahead and Mangy Wolf here, which I could have saved for next turn. Said you always got to be kind of critical of your own play. And I can play the Ragged Wolf and take out this idol as well. Actually, so there we go. Maybe I'm not as dumb as I thought I was, because I have the Ragged Wolf and the Mangy Wolf, and now he's suddenly down to 1 idle health and 2 idle health there. So if I can do anything to speed this game up, I will be able to take him out. So I didn't have a God Hand there, but I'm trying to be aggressive, trying to take out his idols. He can do 4 damage to me. He can maybe do more and take me out right here. If he has a... Well, he doesn't have a veteran, but if he had like a veteran or a Ragged Wolf in his hand, he would have totally owned me. So that was a very greedy play on my part, and one that I could have very easily paid for. And that would have been a replay worth showing of, oh God, there is my beautiful comeback ruined. So I really, really should have put something right here like that burial ground just to protect the idol. As is, it's down to 3 health. And all I can really do at this point is just hope that I get a Ragged Wolf. I do. So there we go. Barely able to hold on to victory. As I get another Quake as well. I could play the Quake, but it does me more harm. And yeah, there we go. So I play the Transposition just to get another card draw. Just because that's where we are in the game. I get the Kinfolk Veteran as well. So, yeah, I had some significant misplays there, 2 in particular. I could have lost this game multiple times, but sometimes you just got to persevere, and even at higher rated matches like this, or in upper ratings up above the 1500s, it's sometimes about who can mitigate and make less mistakes than their opponent. And I'm not saying that Heimerdinger really made mistakes. I was just able to finish him off, despite being down to only 1 idle health. So very well played on his part. His rating was actually much higher when I played him before. So, but I did not gain too much from there. But still, that game was very rough and just kind of intense to play. But it had a lot going on. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is Way to Fail with another look at Scrolls. I will see you all next time.